guys.
Danke.
Bitte.
So, if you had to describe Rockwood in one word, what would it be?
Chaos.
Rock hard.
Ooh.
Rock hard, Rockwood. We rock hard, not to be confused.
Kent
You know, we rock hard, Rockwood.
Yeah.
I think it's a super band camp filled with music prodigies.
That's one word.
And us.
Yeah, did you say one word?
It's one word.
I'm going to describe my one word.
Fun.
Let's
Fun.
That's creative. Okay, and what do you think makes this festival and this weekend so special or different from maybe other gigs or other things you've done? You've done conventions, so how does it make it different for you guys?
For me, it's out of my, it's
Yeah.
definitely out of my comfort zone because I wasn't trained to be a singer or a musician or anything. So the other conventions and doing anything regarding acting is just I've been doing my whole life. So this is scary. I'm around people who are like real rock stars, but we hold our own. We do our thing. It's just fun. Tom, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great epic weekend. You know, we get to learn new things from amazing people. Danson, would you like to add anything?
Go ahead, Danson.
I mean, it's just a fun 3-day, like what Michael was saying earlier. It's kind of like summer camp. We're going to this 3-day summer camp where there's just amazing people that are just so fun to be around with, and it's not only just the musicians but also the fans that are here too. I mean, they're just one of the nicest people we've ever met, and so we're just so thrilled to be here.
Is that right? They're the nicest people we've ever met. Yeah.
Some of them.
Kent?
Yeah, I think that.
Kim, would you like to add anything?
What was the question?
Pay attention, Ken.
And then the drum just blew up.
He just exploded all over the table. I don't remember the question, but
What makes it so special? or
Oh, special? The
interesting?
people.
Yeah.
The fans. The people are so nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's mostly Germans, yeah?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
She's Swedish,
There's
so
Scots, there's
They're from the
English.
States.
English.
People from all
American.
over.
It's a melting pot.
That's what's so cool is that they're really passionate fans,
yeah.
which is really cool to see. Like, I'm very passionate about certain things in my life. Like, I like
Star
this
Wars.
band, Fish. And when I go see Fish, it's like all those people it's electric, the energy, because everyone's so happy to be there and all together. And it's like this great symbiotic union between all these souls combining into one faction. You know what I mean? And it's the kind of the same thing here. It's like just the fans are incredible.
Somehow I knew Fish would be incorporated.
But it's similar in that the passion is similar.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I agree. And it's I'd say it also feels more safer, if you will,
Yeah.
than most. We've played at a couple places like the Troubadour, no big deal.
No big deal.
Hotel Cafe in Los Angeles and some festivals, but these fans are here like they actually like us. I feel like, wow, there's a kinship, I guess, or it just feels like there's a connection and you can do no wrong. You get up there and you just feel safe and you play your music and you sort of intertwine and get to know people, they get to know you, and Kent loves hanging out with the fans afterwards, as we all do. Kent likes it even more. They call him Dick Dude.
Yeah, we've met those people.
Yeah.
You know,
Or that-
We're friends with Izzy.
everybody know about Dick. He's a legend.
Only because they taught me that the word schwanz. And it's such a beautiful word. Like, it's not an English word, but when you say it, it feels good coming out of your mouth.
Rosenbaum?
To say.
It's happening.
Big dudes again.
Dick Dude strikes
You get a messenger right now.
Perfect use all of it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's great.
Haven't you ever seen the Jim Morris interviews? He goes crazy. He's like,
Yeah, my
Aaron?
mom and dad died.
Yeah.
They didn't die.
No, they're dead.
They're dead
Yeah.
in a car accident.
And is there like a collab, a duet, or something performing with one of the other artists that you're looking forward to this year, without obviously telling too much? But is there like a thing that you would like
Was
to
this
do?
going to air after?
Well, depending on the Wi-Fi, maybe
Yeah.
next month.
I mean, we were just rehearsing in there to.
Yeah.
I want to do a duet with Emma for the last track on our album on Left on Laurel. Go buy it. It's called Saved by the Crown. It's our debut album, and we really are proud of it.
Yeah.
But My Everything, we're going to sing. Emma's going to sing
Oh,
with
I
us.
love
Emma
that song.
Fitzpatrick, who's a very gifted singer. It's a little intimidating too, because you're sitting there and you're going. She goes, what do you want? Do you want me to be in unison? Do you want me to be harmonized? I'm just sing the fucking song. I don't know what you're talking about. Just bear with me. Just sing the fucking song.
Yeah.
But we're lucky. Then we might we had these acoustic sets, Carl. We have one with Emma, and we have one with Hayden Lee. So we're excited about that. He'll play his songs. What else will we do? We'll play some covers.
Play a couple
We'll
covers.
see, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Answer questions.
He'll crack some jokes.
You'll crack some jokes. You don't joke? But he was on a comedy called Ballers. Did you ever see Ballers?
I haven't, but I know he's on it.
Oh, you need to see it.
Yeah, but he's very serious in person.
Really? He's got a Punch Out shirt from the old video game Punch Out.
Very serious.
Come on.
Of course you are. Go ahead.
So this fan base and the people who are here at the convention and your fan base as well largely consists of geeks or nerds. Is there anything geeky or nerdy that you've picked up from
He's a
them?
geek and a
Well,
nerd.
first of all, I think that word is, I think it could be offensive, but it's become like, use the word geek and nerd. It is. It's
Yeah.
like, to say that now is kind of a cool thing, where for many years it was like nerds, geeks, you know. But I think we all are nerds and geeks. No one knows more about Star Wars. Name the 5 bounty hunters go. Actually, there's more.
Have you seen The Mandalorian yet?
No,
Don't say
because it aired while we were like flying from Amsterdam here,
see how
And Emily's on it.
on it. I know. That's
Bosk,
really exciting.
IG-88, Boba Fett.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm really excited. Did you see it?
No, we get Disney Plus in like March, so.
Yeah.
In
it's-
March?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I
it's
couldn't
not
watch
out
it over
here?
here.
It's not. No, we don't have it here yet.
But the point is,
Yeah.
we're all geeks in our own ways. We all like nerdy things.
I
So,
love Doctor Who. I'm a big Doctor Who fan.
Yes.
Tom,
Favorite
Since I was
doctor.
like a boy.
We're just British.
Peter Davidson was my doctor when I
Yeah.
started watching.
How about David
1986.
Tenant.
Tenant.
Loved him.
Yeah.
Tenant all the way.
But I'm probably older than you guys, so when I was a boy,
Probably.
like Tom Baker and Peter Davidson, those
right
were
now,
Tom Baker's
right now, Rob's
Time.
going Doctor Who. Shit.
Doctor Who.
Doctor's like, and you have a Rick and Morty thing on,
Huh?
right? Is it Rick and Morty?
Yes,
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
Rick
yeah,
and
yeah.
Morty. Yes, Rick and Morty. Rick is wearing a Grateful Dead T-shirt in this.
Ooh.
He's
So two things that I
he's
love.
cross geek.
Sorry.
No.
We just do that.
But nerd and geek are just like, they're a cool thing.
Yeah.
It kind of upsets me a little bit because you go to these Comic Cons and like all the agencies have parties like in San Diego now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, these elite parties
all
that you can't get
serious.
into, and it's like this isn't your party. It's not a cool party. It's the so anyway. I don't know.
It's a good thing, like,
Yeah.
like, cause back in the day it was bad to be a nerd, but like you changed it, you took it over, and now it's a good thing to be
Yeah.
a nerd. That's always cool.
Absolutely, it's good to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so your first album, Save of the Ground, it's just come out. Are there any lessons you learned while recording that you want to apply?
Yeah, bro.
Live?
Yeah.
Great
Tom.
question. Great question.
Just, we had never really made an album before or even recorded any music, so the whole thing was all brand new. So it's learning a whole new skill set. It was just amazing to go in there and go in the booth and you're singing a song and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm really doing this. Is this really happening?
Yeah.
But it was, again, it was such a fun and amazing experience.
Terrifying. It was terrifying and exciting as all hell, and it was a challenge for all of us. It was a challenge for us because, I mean, the only real musician who's been playing his whole life is Rob, who has been in tons of bands and is musically gifted to no end. And look, he's a guy who worked his ass off to try to be a rock star,
Yeah.
right? And now he works in a more commendable profession. He's a nonprofit for homelessness, Food on Foot. You should donate. It's awesome. But he's the only one who really knew a lot about music. So a lot of times he was like, "No, Kent. No, Michael. That's not right." And so we're learning from him. And but it was also having a vision. I think there was a vision. Kind of, we always felt like we were sort of like 70s and like beachy and cool and just like a California vibe. And we were just playing what we thought. We didn't want to be pretentious. We just wanted to play the music that kind of came out. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's kind of how.
Yeah. That kind of answers the next question already, but how would you describe your like sound or the way the songs you play to other people? You said beachy and like California. Well, that includes California, doesn't it?
Well, the thing is that we all have our own different influences. So it's not like we all have the same favorite bands. So we all like Kent is way into Fish and
R.E.M.
REM and Lally's huge Grateful Dead fan and
Kesha.
Michael's into like the 70s and 80s stuff and like I'm more in like sort of like the 90s indie rock sort of stuff. So it's all very different. I have no idea what you listen to.
Gangster rap, most
Gangster rap.
He's like totally found his sound.
You listen to it.
No, he's like a big Dave Matthews fan.
He loves Dave Matthews, yeah.
So we all kind of bring our own, artistic.
Yeah.
You know what it is? We all, like, we don't know what the sound is. We're waiting for the people to say what the sound is, what they think it is. What do you guys think it is? You heard it?
I have
listen to
heard the
them?
album. Yeah, I listened to it a lot.
Road trip
Meets.
music.
It is.
I mean,
like,
I say it's
no,
a
like,
playlist
like
music.
songs.
You
this
put it
band
on
meets
any
this band
playlist.
meets this band
I
kind of
love
thing.
that.
Yeah.
I love when she
Yeah.
said what she just
Yeah.
said road trip music.
It is.
The thing is,
Yeah.
for me, it's always been, and Kent likes a lot of different stuff. They all do,
Yeah.
but they like a certain energy, and Kent likes up tempo a lot of times.
Yeah.
For me, a lot of the music is just you want to turn something on that doesn't distract you, that just kind of goes with your mood and flow and puts you in a good mood, good space, chill, driving music, like you said. I'd say that's a compliment to me.
See, like my favorite band is Incubus, and they did an album called Morning View, and the sound is like a lot similar to that. So that's probably why I enjoy it so much, because it reminds me of that album, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So like I'd explain
Was
I think
that.
Pardon Me
Yeah.
on that album?
No, that was the one with Echo and Wish You Were Here. And
Oh
that
yeah,
kind of stuff.
I think the first
Yeah.
song tells you what the album's about. It's called "Let's Go for a Ride."
Yeah.
That's what the album is. Let's go for a
Yeah.
ride.
It's playlist
Come-
music. You can put
come
it on
with us
any
for a ride.
playlist and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
won't be mad that
Yeah, but
it's
for
on.
us it was really cool because we saw you when you were still like the Sandwich and touring with Jason, and then coming like to a whole album and you guys finding your sound. That's just really cool for us
Yeah.
The
fans to
Sandwich
see.
is a much more hard band.
Hardcore sound.
You know what? Also, by the way, so we don't forget.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jason Mans. I mean, it started with like him going, "Hey, sing on this one album called Cover with Friends." Jason's covers with friends. I didn't want to. I was terrified. I don't want to sing. In fact, when we started this, I was like, "All right, who's singing?" Lally. He's like, "Nope." I'm like, "I don't want." So we all sort of sing in a way. It's
Yeah.
like they compliment me. They help my voice, which is not like. You look at like guys like Gil McKinney or Rob Benedict, or these guys have angelic voices.
Should we tell the beginning of like how this happened?
Yeah, so, well, I'll start it and you finish it. Or you guys finish it. It started out, you guys all right with?
Yeah, no, we're checking.
Jason asked me to be on Covers with Friends, so I
Yeah.
said no. He said, come on. I go, dude, I'm not really a singer. I don't know. He's like, just do it, man.
Yeah.
Pick a cover. And I just go, what's the easiest song to sing? Do Mad World by Tears for Fears. And I thought he'd just leave me alone. I thought he realized I was nervous. I didn't want to do it. And then 4 months later, he goes, okay, we put the tracks down. So when do you want to come in and sing it? And I go,
I thought you forgot.
and I remember going in there, I didn't know the words, and I just held my iPhone up, and I'm scared. I'm looking through the partitions glass or whatever at the engineer and Jason's like, hey man, he's so calm. I'm like, that just sucks. I'm like, it sucks. It's like the guy in Caddyshack. Stupid. The son-in-law, what's his name?
Double turn.
Double turn. Spalding. And we were just like, I didn't want to do it. And then he goes, all right, just do the second part. And he gave me some direction. And I'm not trained, but I did it. I walked away. I go, he'll never use that track. And 3 days later, he calls me and goes, hey, I'm sending this to you. And I listen to it. I go, it's not terrible. And then we started playing in my basement. Go ahead, tell that.
So we started playing, so it was just like, hey, let's jam in the basement, right? And we have a friend named Greg Coolidge who's been playing drums since he was in high school. So he brought his drum kit over, and then Michael started inviting people to come over and play, and we all brought guitars. I think the first time because I play guitar since I was a kid, the first time I brought my guitar over, there were 5 people playing guitar and a drum. Carl had never played bass before. Never in his life. And we're like, we need bass, so Carl, I'll try it. So then the next time we went to, and then we played Prince covers. Then the next time we went to play, the drummer couldn't show up. So they said, we need a drummer, let's drum. So we all kind of took turns.
Not me.
Lally was a good drummer
Lally was
too.
decent,
He was
yeah.
a
You and
really
Lally
good drummer.
could kind of do it.
And
I
then
can't.
Kent took
But no one had drummed before. So anyways, I ended up doing it. But I, play guitar. Carl never played bass. We never had done any of this before, but it was so much fun, And then so we started like that, and then after a few times, it was like, okay, the covers are cool and that's fun, but let's try our own music. Let's just jam. Let's pick some chords and play some chords and jam. So we started playing, and then it would go in a different direction. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. And keep playing, and Michael would call out let's switch to do E minor here, probably, and then into F sharp, C. And then all of a sudden it was like that could be a song, and then it was like, and then it was like, well, let's try to write our own thing.
Now,
So
look, Michael Like he would do that. He would call out those chords, and then we would get really good at those chords, and we would play it. Then Michael would just off the top of his head bring out these songs. Like it's the craziest.
Just
thing.
start singing.
It's like a freestyle rap, but with music.
Freestyle rap and singing with
rock
like
songs.
good lyrics. I
Yeah.
just straight.
And then it got more
And then you
serious.
just we record like let's record one of these, and we record
iPhone,
one.
shittiest recordings.
Yeah. And then we play it back like, oh, that sounds like a song. That could be a song.
And that is when I think we played softball, and maybe Michael played one of those to Jason, and then Jason heard it and was like, "It's not bad."
yeah.
Let's go.
I'm
into it.
having a record release party at the Troubadour for the station breaks. Why don't you guys open for us?
No.
And we, no. yeah, we were like, no way, like, we're terrible, like, we're just learning.
We're just fucking
figuring this
around.
out. We're just fucking around.
We
actually
thought-
we had to make some songs for this thing. We had to, like,
Dude, I would go and write lyrics till 3 in the morning. And like fucking, dude, it was, and by the way, it was, I mean, playing at the Troubadour where Jackson Brown and the Eagles and
The
Ron
legendary
Lenson,
place.
Yeah.
Since
Linda
1938.
Ronstadt. I said
Every
Ron,
major
Is it
band,
Elton John
Miles
as well?
Davis.
Yeah.
Elton
Yeah,
John's
yeah,
first
yeah.
show.
That's when he
Elton
floated.
John's
That's when he
first show.
floated. Remember?
I remember that. Yeah, that was real.
Yeah,
It just became
That was
like,
in the film.
It became something we never thought would become of us, and
Yeah.
it eventually was fun. It got stressful when you're just playing in my basement, which was literally it's a garage that was turned into a
But it sounds great.
yeah,
It's great.
But we just were having fun, and we never thought we recorded Shit Sandwich was our band. We never thought we'd leave the basement. We were smoking some grass, having some beers, and everybody would leave at night. No stress. And then Jason really brought stress into our life. He said, hey,
As he
play here.
does.
No, play here. No, because we're playing. But the more I realized, it took me a while to realize this, but it's true. We know it. The more you play with people who are better than you and who are like experienced, you're going to get better. You play tennis with a good tennis player, you're going to get better.
Yeah.
So we were playing with greats and like learning fast.
So we
and
got
just-
great quick.
We got great quick.
Well, so we practiced. We told us to do 3 songs. We practiced, and we're like, let's do this.
Religiously.
Yeah, we practiced. And then all of a sudden, we're sitting. Good shot. We were sitting in the bar at the Troubadour having a beer before
And
we
a shot.
go on and a shot. And we were just looking up at all these pictures around the wall of all the people that had played there, and we were like,
doing?
"What are we doing?" Like When we got up on stage to play, it was because the drums that we played at his house were electronic drums. It was the first time I had ever played on a real drum kit. Was on stage at the Troubadour
I mean-
in front of a
He
sold
was
out
shitting his
crowd.
pants. I think that's how you got to fight with your girlfriend.
And you're like, this is
Oh,
fine.
Yeah, I think you got to fight with your girlfriend that night. That was okay.
But we got up and we did a shot of tequila before we went out on stage. We went out on stage and we played our first song. And we got it going, and then the whole place started clapping along, and it went great.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
and it got received very well, and it went over very well. So we were so happy after that. Like, God, that is the best. You've got this audience that, you feel it, you feel the love and the energy, and then.
Jason's like, play at Hotel Cafe. No!
That was the beginning.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like, I remember, I admit this now. I mean, I admitted it earlier, but these guys are always like, let's play here. And I'm just like, guys, I'm a nervous wreck. I've never done this. I'm not a trained singer. I'm trying to remember these lines to the songs that I'm writing and doing all these things. And like, it was overwhelming for me. And I was like, I just want to get as good as we can before we perform.
Yeah.
So even though we're not great, if we're as good as we can, being well-tuned, a well-oiled machine, then we go out there and we go, hey, I just don't want to embarrass myself. So it was very hard to do things unless, we had time to really rehearse.
Yeah.
And so as time went on, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. I'm so glad we did this. Are you?
Yes.